And our top story tonight, barren beaches. Look at that. Galveston Island looking very different this holiday weekend. Hello, I'm Len Cannon. Beaches on Galveston are closed until Monday morning, and officials are hoping visitors will comply as they try and slow the spread of COVID-19. Here is a live look at Galveston, again showing you what things are like. Usually this part of the coast near Pleasure Pier would be jam-packed. Jason Miles takes a closer look at those closures.
Galveston beaches are independent from people and looking very empty on a weekend that would normally attract up to 500,000 visitors.
You're going to see quite the difference between July 4th weekend and Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, we will. Memorial was nuts, and I think we hopefully will not have any problems down here.
Galveston Beach Patrol Chief Peter Davis was out and about early and tells me his staff had to remind a number of people that beaches are closed until Monday. Pedestrian access points are blocked and city parking lots barricaded.
They can write a ticket. It's a $500 fine, and it's, I guess, technically could be even criminal trespassing if people refuse that after that. But
Galveston police are also enforcing new rules along Seawall Boulevard, where parking is prohibited on both sides of the busy thoroughfare, although pedestrian access along the seawall itself is allowed as long as you keep it moving. Many businesses, including the Pleasure Pier, remain open, but there's a good chance you'll have to pay for parking in a private lot. Davis says there's a bit of confusion because Galveston County is allowing limited pedestrian access on Bolivar Peninsula beaches like Crystal Beach, seen here on this webcam. That's a patrol unit in this shot, but there's a weekend ban on all other vehicles. Back in Galveston, the Spot's owner worries that closed beaches may be more of a hindrance for tourists than help.
And there's going to be an inability for them to enjoy themselves on the beach, and that's going to lead to an inability for them to socially distance themselves.
Chief Davis says spreading out on the beach might be possible in some cases, but he and other officials discourage people from coming to the island altogether if they can.
our hope is that people will just comply and understand that we're just all trying to pull together to reduce the spread of this thing.
In Galveston, Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News.